Hi everyone, my name is Paul De Cinque and I am Chair of Brass and Music Education here at the UWA Conservatorium of Music. Today I'm going to talk about the form of one of your set works for ATAR Music, the third movement of Haydn's Trumpet Concerto. So what is form? Basically, it's the structure of a piece of music. For those of you coming from a contemporary background, you're probably used to analysing songs using terms like verse, chorus and bridge. For Western art music like the Haydn Trumpet Concerto, we are looking at the melodies and keys that the music goes through when we talk about form. So the form of this piece is sonata rondo. Some of you will already know what rondo form is. It's usually represented like this, A, B, A, C, A, where the main theme, or the A theme, comes back multiple times, and there are different themes in between each iteration. Sonata form is a three-part form, which is broken into an exposition, a development, and a recapitulation. The way you understand these words from your English studies is basically the same as to how they function in this musical form. The exposition sets up the musical argument between two keys, usually the tonic and the dominant. Often, a composer uses two themes to represent these two keys, but not always. In the middle, the composer pulls apart the musical ideas and develops them, and then recaps the music, but all staying in the home key. One of my favourite pictures of recent years was this series of photos of cookies representing musical forms. So here is rondo form represented in cookies, and here is sonata form represented in cookies as well. But how does sonata form and rondo form get mashed together to become sonata rondo? Here is the formal structure for sonata rondo form. A, B, A, C, A, B, A. You can see one ABA at the beginning of this form and another at the end. They function like the exposition and the recapitulation of a sonata form. The C in the middle functions like the development section of a sonata form. However, when you step back and look at the whole picture, we can see basically an alteration between A and B, A, then C, A, then B, and then A to finish for the whole movement. And that's basically what rondo form is, alternating A with something else. So this is why we call this structure sonata rondo. Now that we have the outline, let's go through it step by step. We'll start at the beginning of the movement. The trumpet doesn't play here, and we hear our two themes played by the orchestra, which is often how a double exposition sonata form in a classical concerto works. Haydn starts off with the main theme played by the orchestra in bar 1. We call this theme Theme A. It's set in E flat major, and it's bright and playful. At bar 27, we hear a snippet of Theme B, which is also in E flat major here. Now, like a lot of classical concerti using this double exposition structure, we hear the two themes played for a second time, with the soloist taking the main melody now. At bar 45, you'll hear Theme A, this time played by the trumpet. It's again in E flat major, and let me just play a little bit of that theme for you. After a bridge passage, we hear Theme B again at bar 80, but this time it's changed keys. It's now in B flat major, or the dominant key. Here's this theme for you. So far so good. This is pretty much a textbook sonata form at the moment. Now at bar 125, we hear Theme A return, and we're in E flat major again. Here is that theme for just a little quick reminder. Now this is where things get a little bit weird. At bar 142, Haydn keeps going with Theme A, but it is now in a very different key. We are now in A flat major, or the subdominant. And now, Haydn doesn't even give us the whole theme. He starts breaking it up and developing it. Let me play through this little chunk for you so you can hear the theme in A flat major and fragmented. Even though some of the melodic material here is fragments of the A theme, we're going to call this C because it is really different material to a straightforward presentation of the A theme. So in sonata form, we should now be heading for the recapitulation and hearing the two themes, both in E flat major. Is this what happens? Well, here is the return of theme A at bar 181, back in our home key of E flat major. We keep going, and at bar number 200, theme B follows in E flat major, so pretty much a textbook sonata form recapitulation. But wait a minute, while sonata form usually finishes with the secondary theme, or in our case the B theme you just heard in the tonic, rondo form should finish with an A theme. Now in this movement, Haydn uses a long closing section and the A theme returns for a final performance at bar 282 in our home key of E flat major. The sonata rondo form is complete and the movement ends in a triumphant fanfare for the trumpet. So you can see this isn't a perfect sonata form, but it also isn't a perfect rondo form either. Haydn takes elements of both and puts it all together into this hybrid format. Now you can spend some time with your teacher breaking the themes down and looking at a range of compositional devices throughout the piece. I've made two other videos about this piece. In one, I will talk you through the development of the trumpet, and in the other, I'll give a bit of background to Haydn himself. You should also check out some videos by my colleague Cecilia Sun, where she talks about the development of the concerto. Links to all these videos are in the description box below. I love this piece. It is of course one of the first pieces where us trumpet players get to show off our ability to use valves and be the soloist for a major concerto. I hope you enjoy studying it and best of luck for your ATAR studies this year.